Good morning, everyone. How are all of my fans doing this morning? I am finally back. It has really been a crazy week so far. I'm not going to talk very loud because right now my sister is sleeping and I want to make sure that she gets a lot of rest because she had a really rough morning, and I'll get to that in a few moments or so. But I really apologize. There's just been a lot of bumpy scenarios, if you know what I mean. So I'm just walking around a little bit. I'm actually going to stay in one spot. There we go. Um, so how can we start this off? Okay. Um, Monday appeared to be fine. Everything was, regularly planned. I got to my appointments okay on Monday, and then I had some running around to do last week, and everything appeared to be fine. So I'd say for most of 2019, it has really been a very busy year for me, and it's like I'm always doing something nonstop. And even though you may not be prepared for crazy days or very busy days, and routines are off and everything goes out of whack, how do you what do you do about it? How do you prepare for it? mm, there's not really a whole lot. Well, sometimes you just have to go with the flow. Basically, I'm not going to make no excuse otherwise and say, I don't want to do this, and get all upset about it. I don't want to do that. I really don't. Um, I do live streaming every single day, but with the exception that there's been all of these things that are just popping up just to make that short. If I go into details, I could basically go on with that conversation and it would be a long conversation. But just to make it short, we'll just say that, you know, it's been wild and crazy. I mean, I have to now be prepared for not just the regular schedule, but I also have to be prepared for just about anything, which means everything and anything, and that also includes emergencies. You never know when you're gonna run into that problem. Um, an emergency can happen anytime. So, you know, basically, it's just important that you keep your calm and try and stay calm the best you can. It all depends on what's going on. And sometimes you can't really control what's going on. And we're just going to say, um, you have a family emergency, you try to stay as calm as you can, and you get emotional and all that stuff. Sometimes you can't. I could basically say, yeah, when I run into a problem like that, I can't, you know, basically, I can't stay calm. I mean, I can try my hardest trying to find a spot where I can stay, so I'm not moving around so much. And I think I found a spot. There we go. Um, so basically, what you have to do is try to prepare for it. And if it's a last minute thing, um, all I can say is be prepared because you never know what you're going to run into when that happens. I know I don't like responding to things like that, but you never know. Anything can pop up with your schedule, even though your routine is not organized regularly on a regular basis. I know sometimes a lot of us are like, we started off the year really good, and the routine was fine. Why is it changing every single day? And why does it feel like it's aggravating? You know what I'm saying? Um, I really don't know, but it's okay. It's just that I've been having a hard time dealing with these types of things because it seems like it's happening over and over and over again. I'm sorry for moving the camera. I'm trying to stay in a spot where you can see me better. Okay, I think we've got it all set. Oh my gosh, I gotta stop doing that with the camera. It really bugs me when I do that. There we go. Now I can see. I can see me better in the light, and I want to make sure that the viewers and prescribers can also see me better. I don't like where my position is, but oh well. Um, but anyway, we when we have issues like emergencies, uh, or your son or daughter, or basically, I'm just gonna put this into two. When you have uh, when you're dealing with uh, an adult or a sibling or someone in the family that has autism, sometimes that can be very very difficult. And it can be a challenge. We do run into challenges, and there it could be quite bumpy. And um, I know the behaviors and all that stuff that a lot of us see can be overwhelming and stressful and stuff. Um, I actually have dealt with a lot of those types of behaviors, because it doesn't take very long for me to go into a meltdown and all that stuff. We'll talk about what happened yesterday because that's probably going to be more interesting. But um, like I said, it's very hard to keep your calm and deal with um, the problem situations which that we don't even know because we can't read their minds or anything like that. So the question is, what is really happening outside the box, and do we really know? Well, not really. Not really. I don't want to guess and say, oh, I know exactly what's going on with this person. I know what set them off. um Sometimes you might know, but I'll just give you just a couple of uh, let me think. What would be the terms here? Okay. One thing that can set off their meltdowns or behavior gets worse than what you're used to seeing or is unexpected. That's just a response. Um, Basically, it would be a change of routine. That's been happening a lot around here. I'm trying to keep it the same, but when the routine changes, it's very, very difficult for um, people that have autism. Um, it, it's very, 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 very difficult. And yes, it can be challenging and all that kind of stuff. And sorry, it does get overwhelming and stuff. But the thing that you have to realize is, how can I put this in good terms? Uh, I don't like moving this camera around. I'm trying to put it in a position where I can, you know what, we'll do this. There we go. Anyway, um, how do you keep your calmness when all of this stuff is happening within a matter of minutes? Just basically be as calm as you can. Don't like, I know with people, when they can't handle certain stuff, they think, okay, they'll put their like, I know sometimes we can't help it where our anxiety and all that stuff sets in. And when we do that, I'll tell you one thing. Does it help the situation, especially if you have individuals that have autism? Does it really help? If you're having a bad day, or whatever, um, not exactly. I'm gonna say definitely no. Because those kind of responses, that basically affects them. Um, you don't want to make it worse. Um, you don't want to yell at them. You might have a bad day. Just try and keep your cool. Sometimes you can't really help it. But the most important thing that's very, very important, and I think it would help, everybody, and I can't, emphasize this enough for those that don't really understand or don't know how to deal with it. I'm gonna basically say I've learned a lot of parenting skills and everything. I've asked questions about the things that I don't necessarily know. Um, because I also wanted to tell you as well, I have autism myself, and I deal with basically behavioral problems and things like that. And that's something that I deal with every single day. And yesterday was a struggle. I'll get into that in just a moment. But patience, just remember, patience, patience, patience is a virtue. You want to make sure that you have a lot of patience with them. And I know that things get overwhelming when they want all of your attention and all that kind of stuff. And you're going crazy and like trying to figure out, okay, I want to get stuff done, but how can I do that and deal with the other problem at the same time? I just try and focus on one thing, or I have to do two things at the same time. And we're going to say that's basically multitasking, which that it is. I just have to learn to keep my cool. And it seems like this is happening every single morning. Things go wild, they go crazy, and you're like, I don't like this. Can things just calm down before things really start to get jumpy? We'll just say that this is the most busiest and exciting year for me. It's like I'm not even prepared for this, but I can tell you I'm dealing with all the challenges that have been going on. I've been handling them well. And, you know, like I said, asking questions and stuff like that, things that I really want to know. So that way I'm more prepared for the actual problems that do occur. I try not to get all wound up and get mad and all that kind of stuff. But if I'm having a bad day or whatever, I just basically keep my cool. It doesn't really help to, if you're having a bad day and you start to set off, that does interfere with the other sibling or individual that has autism as well, and then um, their behavior responses will rapidly change. I've noticed that behavioral problems with people with autism. I've noticed that for people with low functioning autism, I know that is one of the targets, but I'm gonna say it all depends on what part of the autism spectrum that you're on. I don't really remember all the details, but I'm going to just say up and beyond. There are just some things that are beyond our control. And sometimes you have to say to yourself, you know, it's not my fault. These things just happen, and just go on with the situation, go with the flow, and do what you can to be prepared for whatever. Try not to react or get overwhelmed and start yelling at, your son or daughter or whatever is happening. Just, when they're having a bad day or whatever, just, talk to them and just be really calm about it, because it does not take very long for my sister. Basically, I'm going to tell you, um, if other people get mad or they're having a bad day, behavior does become issue very rapidly. And then I really have to slow things down and pay attention to what's going on. And basically, yesterday there were issues, a whole bunch of slew of different things were going on, and I was prepared for them. I just got my cool and dealt with it. And it was basically parenting skills, and it was parenting skills. And um yeah, there's a lot of challenge there's a lot of things that I've never done before in my entire life, especially when you're dealing with behaviors, meltdowns, that type of thing. I'm just trying to basically ask questions and all that kind of stuff. I didn't mean to tell you that again, but sometimes if you're overwhelmed and you want to know more about behaviors and stuff, I usually Google it or look up and spend time and look up the research and then print it out and stuff, and then kind of, randomly go through the behavior symptoms and things like that. Excuse me. Um, so, and then that basically would tell me exactly what's going on. But sometimes you do know what's going on, and you do know what's setting them off, and you kind of remember what's going on. But even if there's other individuals that have autism, and let's say they go to school or something like that, and your son or daughter, depending on what's going on, and let's say they go to the same school or something, and let's say uh, other people are having a bad day or something like that, they're going to I'm not sure if all of the okay, I'm gonna just say that um like I said, it all depends on what autism spectrum that you're dealing with. I'm just gonna basically say it the other way. It depends on what you're dealing with, because there are different levels of autism. So we'll just put it in that phrase right there. So yeah, getting all the information and asking questions, especially in general, it's actually a good idea to do that. And then if you notice that there are other problems going on that you don't know, get them into the doctor, and then tell them, what's going on, symptoms and all that kind of stuff. And then, you know, there'll be a decision or whatever. Um, or sometimes they might do the diagnosis after you give them the symptoms and all that kind of stuff. It may be like a different diagnosis. It just depends on the symptoms and everything that's going on, and you discuss it, that type of thing. And then they might point out what may be the problem. So I don't want to guess on diagnoses and stuff like that, because I don't really know that. And then after you get a diagnosis, it is, I'm gonna just say it's rather difficult um when you hear about all these different things and you don't really understand, like, what is this? What is vertigo? Or, what am I supposed to do if I have an asthma attack and all this other stuff? What am I supposed to do if this happens? Da 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 da. To make it short, because there's too many details and all that kind of stuff generally, and it's kind of a long story, but just ask, uh, you know, your physician, and then they'll point you in the right direction. They'll give you a referral. And if symptoms continue, just, continue to keep everything up to date, even if you have to write all of the stuff that's going on, and you write a journal, and, uh, and you explain, okay, this is everything that is going on. Do you know what's happening? And then there'll be a talk about what's going on, and then, uh, you know, so let's say they're not eating right, or they're not feeling good, or a whole bunch of slew of different things. So it depends. I don't really know. I know what I have to deal with my situations and stuff like that. And then with my sister, I know how to handle everything that goes on with her. I just learned to deal with it because I understand it is a challenge that we all face with routines and stuff, and do understand that people that have autism, especially me, because I had told you in parts of the video, I had basically told you I do have autism, and I have a very difficult time with routine changes. So let's say there's no school or whatever, and school is canceled because there was a situation or a lockdown or whatever, or basically if school was canceled due to weather. Does that affect the person with autism? Yes, it does. Especially if it's several days, a week, or whatever. It does get kind of stressful, and it does get boring. So the other question is, how do you plan your day when this all happens? And I know we might all respond and be like, oh, I don't know what to do. I have to work and all that kind of stuff. Just slowly, calmly sit down and figure it out, and just do the best to your ability. Um, I know I've had to cancel and, reschedule stuff and just turn my schedule all around. And yeah, it can be very jumpy. It feels like I've been on a roller coaster ride. But like I said, we all deal with different challenges and stuff. It's just patience is a virtue. I can't emphasize that enough. I'm sorry, enough. You know, Patience is everything, especially if you're dealing with individuals with autism. People have to be, a lot of people have to have a lot of patience with me, and stuff like that. And if people are impatient, or people are yelling at me and stuff like that, it just brings on a meltdown and all this kind of stuff. I'll have meltdowns, and I'll scream and all that kind of stuff. You know, I'll I'll run around, around the hallways or whatever needs to happen. I'll either get excited, basically upset, sensory overload, and repetitive behaviors that happens every day. So, and then just to make this short, um, I don't like it when I get picked on and someone yells at me, and let's say you tell them to like keep their voices down or whatever, or you know please be nice to me, or let's say someone's yelling or whatever, or there's other things going on, people are talking, at the same time music is on extremely loud. I know I got very, very agitated yesterday because the music was extremely loud, where I was at. And I handled that situation and everything else just to make that short. So I'll see how the rest of this week is going to end up being. And I'm hoping that the rest of the week will calm down and settle down. But it's basically hard to say each and every day what is going to happen. I know. I don't know how to be prepared. I never know what is going to happen day after day after day after day, especially on the weekends. I never know what's going to pop up. You never know what's going to pop up during the week. I know last week, I think it was last week, I was home all week. So that basically set a lot of stuff for me off, and I had to cancel a lot of stuff. I couldn't do things that I wanted to do. Um, but it did make me angry and stuff like that. And I go bowling, and there's things that I look forward to, things that make me happy, things that make me excited and stuff like that. So I'm not, in sensory overload, that kind of thing, because if I do activities, something that's fun, if I'm really, really agitated, of course, I'm going to want to go out and do something that really calms me down. So I'll talk more about behaviors, calmness, that type of thing. I'm going to be starting more educational videos once again, basically on all the important stuff. Again, I can't emphasize that enough. I have patience every single day. I've learned that if I get mad or if I have a bad day, and let's say it's a couple days, it does interfere with the other individual, and it doesn't take very long for them to um, go into a meltdown, and then it really gets jumpy and things really get out of control. Um, I just try to keep my cool. I just got to keep my cool, and that can be challenging as well. But I try not to make it a big ordeal. I just have really slowed stuff down. I have to slow things down. So that's what I'm doing. I can't be doing too much, then, you know. So I am going to go. I have to have coffee and stuff. I've got to start the day off, get my morning going, and all that stuff. I've got a really busy day. I'm going bowling today. Very, very excited about that. And then my birthday is this Friday, and I'll be turning 38 years old. And today I'm going out for birthday dinner and birthday shopping. So today is going to be a very, very fun day. So I am going to go because I got to get ready and stuff like that. So I'll see everyone later. Thank you for watching. And please, if you ever have the time to watch some of my videos, please do. I would really, really appreciate it if you do. And it does help a lot if some people comment on some of my videos, especially the important ones that I do. That does include this one. It does help when you listen to some of these important videos, and it depends on what topic. and I'll discuss more about that later. Please like, subscribe, and comment. So if you haven't seen any of my videos, follow me. Please, uh, please hit the subscribe button and hit the bell thing. Then that way you'll get notifications. So if I do a live video or if I post something, you'll get notifications. So each time I do live streaming, you'll get that too. And then you'll know that I'm doing a live stream video. So please feel free to leave me questions, comments, concerns, or anything that you need to know. I'll do the best in my ability to answer those questions for you. And if I don't, I'll see what else I can do. And if it's a little bit of a discussion or whatever, depending on what kind of comments you're leaving and concerns and things that you don't understand, just, leave it in the comment section below. And I'll respond to all of the comments and stuff as quickly as I can. I check the comment section every single day. So do know that I'm not ignoring you after you leave a comment. I don't ignore the comments. I look at the comments every single day. I do watch for that. And I will respond to all comments. So, looking forward to hearing. I am looking forward to hearing from you as well. Please follow me on my channel. I do live streaming every single day. I can't emphasize that enough. And I look forward to doing that. I always look forward to keeping everybody up to speed on what's going on because some of the blogs can be really exciting. I'm trying to do exciting blogs for everybody, and do educational videos and a whole bunch of things. So I will see everybody later on this afternoon. And everybody have a great day. God bless you. I love all of you guys. You guys are the best. Uh, the best uh, new viewers, uh, followers, and basically all the people that have been following me. You guys are very, very supportive. I can't emphasize that enough. Support is everything. So I do deeply from the bottom of my heart. And I can't thank you once again for being there for me and supporting my channel and everything. I know that sometimes people make a YouTube channel and they put all this exciting stuff on there. You know, it depends on what it's all about and all that kind of stuff. But anyway, thank you once again for everything that all of you guys do, and everything. I really appreciate it. I really, really appreciate it. And it really surprises me for the people that do pay attention and they do care. And if they don't get the time to watch my videos, I know there will be either a day or a certain time or whatever, depending on what everyone's schedule's like. I know you guys will find the time to see my videos, and sometimes they do, sometimes they don't, and that's okay. But I look forward to seeing some kind of action along the way. So I'll have the next video during the day in the late afternoon, evening. Probably will have one or two up. This is the first one. So I will have another one during the day, especially while I'm out celebrating my birthday. So that will be the exciting one. Everybody have a wonderful day once again. God bless you. Thank you, all of my fans, all of my subscribers. You guys are all great. You guys are all great. 100, 200% of the time. I really appreciate everything. So I'll see everybody in the next live stream today, indefinitely. I'll see all of you guys later. Thank you so much. Have an awesome day, and we'll see you later. See you in the next one. Bye for now. And thank you for watching Eric's Autism World channel. Have a good day. Bye.